Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Good evening, Mid-Missouri. I'm LC Chandler. It's time to talk sports. The Missouri Tigers NCAA tournament resume is looking just as blah as the weather. Mizzou started the day at 16-4, but a shaky 4-3 conference record already has some wondering if the Tigers' tournament hopes are on thin ice. Tigers had a great chance to boost that resume hosting the number 11 Kentucky Wildcats, but Julius Randle imposed his will on the Tigers from the start. Here he is dishing it to Andrew Harrison for the three that put the Kentucky Wildcats up early. Just seconds later, off a steal from Jordan Clarkson, Randle takes it the other way for a runner. Want more Randle? Okay. Next possession, Kentucky's Randle comes up short on the jumper, gets his own board, and then lays it back in. There was just no stopping him early. From there, Jordan Clarkson and Jabari Brown figured it was time to turn it on. Clarkson knocks home a three here. Then Brown on a fast break connects from Clarkson, pulls the Tigers within three. The closest the Tigers got in the first half was a 1-point game, but they went into half down by 10. And that was one of the most interesting things about it. Only offense coming from those two guys primarily. Brown still filling it from deep to start the second half. Here he is in transition, hitting another long ball. And then it just became the Clarkson and Brown show from there. Later, Clarkson, he's looking for a foul. Couldn't get it. Later, Clarkson with a jumper. Then Brown is going to come back up here from the right side of the court, gets a layup. And then how about one more? This time, Clarkson coming from the right. He gets a layup. Pretty much all you need to know from this game is these two Tigers came to play. Speaking of coming to play, jam. Oh, jam. Prime example, Jabari Brown rattles it home. I mean, look at this again, because the first angle just doesn't do it justice. He comes around off the screen, and that was cold-blooded. A posterizing jam to get Mizzou Arena on its feet. That is the one thing Julius Randle probably did wrong right all day. Then defensively, Ernest Ross shows us every day he's hustling. A steal and then a layup to make it a 5-point game. Then Jabari Brown putting the team on his back off the inbounds, hits a huge three, draws a foul, cuts it to three with 49 seconds. But much like the ground of ice I almost slipped on the way to the studio, Aaron Harrison would put it on ice with 4 points in the final 20 seconds. The Tigers dropped this one 84-79 to fall to 4-4 in the SEC, despite Jordan Clarkson's 28 points and Jabari Brown's career-high 33.
And that get a win here on the road is a great win against a well-coached team who plays exactly how they have to play to win and gave themselves a chance when we played really well.
Got some stops, got some runouts, got some easy layups, and, just playing hard. We're a talented team, and, we weren't finna let them just blow us out, though.
Yeah, because they got talent. They got so much talent, Joe. They got. I mean, those guys are all be playing for pay, and they come off the bench with those guys too. So they're an extremely talented team.
Staying in the SEC, we head to Gainesville, where the conference top dog Florida hosted the Texas A&M Aggies. Florida's Patrick Young rips down a board and puts it back in, just showing how strong he is. Later, Casey Prather hits the reverse layup, and the Gators are just rolling in the first half. To the second half, Michael Frazier pulls up from deep. He hits a three. They just keep on rolling. The lone bright spot for the Aggies as Tavario Miller gets a steal and a jam. Then Dorian Finney-Smith with the exclamation point. Gators take care of business 69-36. Missouri travels to Florida on Tuesday, and they better be ready because the Gators' Chris Walker will be back in the lineup. St. Louis taking on George Mason in the first half. Mike McCall Jr. feeling it from deep. He hits a three. Now, we're going to move you to late in the game. Second, Billikens down three, and Rob Lowe hits a three to send it to overtime. Oh, he's feeling it. A fun game here, top of the key. Lowe with another opportunity. He hits a three. He finished with a team-high 23 points. And just for good measure, Dwayne Evans makes the lay-in to put George Mason away. Billikens win it 87-81. Over at Columbia College, Cougars fans were treated to a matinee doubleheader as both the men and women did battle on the hardwood. Now, of course, the Cougar men were gentlemen and respected the old rule, ladies first. Lady Cougars ready to play this afternoon. Second half, Aqua Corporing throws a ball inside to Janarica Bland, who lays it in for an easy score. Later in the half, Bland puts back in an Ashley Fisher missed layup. Bland led all scorers with 20 points. Aqua Corporing gets the pass in the lane for an easy layup. Cougars lead by as much as 30 in this game, and Laura Wichman hits an easy 2 as the Lady Cougars beat the Hornets 80-65. Now on to the men's game. They were getting ready to play. After them, Jeremy Nolan drops it in to get the Cougars started. Coach Bob Burchard likes that. He's still trying to feel him out there. He's like, okay, let's see where we're going with this one. Devin Griffin gets a loose ball. He puts it in. You want more Griffin? Griffin finds Eric Clark for the layup, and the Cougars win it 81-51. And that's it for sports. More KMU 8 news at 6 after the break.